Today we're in La Paz, Bolivia, the highest capital city in the world. Only steps away from our hotel is the Wich's Market. So we're gonna go and see, this is the spot where you can get different potions, all these things that go into like the witchcraft world. The street is full of like all these colors of like the different stores selling all the purses and wallets, and like they've done up all of these streets with all these like decorations hanging from above. So we're gonna try to find where they're selling like the different snakes and the frogs and stuff like that. Sure, maybe it's a little bit more deeper into the market here. Okay, a super weird thing about the Wich's Market is that all these places sell dried up llama fetuses. And the reason for that is to bury under new construction builds in order to pray to Pachamama, or the Mother Earth, safety for the workers and the builders. So you can get these different fetuses, ones with hair, ones super, they're all dried out obviously, but like different stages of development. There's also these other weird ones. I don't know what they are. They look like, I don't know if they're not dogs, but maybe pigs. Yeah, because this one has like the kind of like a pig colored fur, like a black and black spots. So pig fetuses. It's a little, it's a strange one. If you're heading to the Uyuni Salt Flats, this would be a great spot to buy gloves, hats, headbands at a good price because it's freezing there. Apparently there's a cafe in here that I wanted to go see. It's kind of like a bit of a secret one. And if you just walk up this alleyway, you come across it. And then there's this like kind of a opening, and it's the the Coco Cafe. It has this really cool outdoor little atrium, and inside it's a little dark in there, but has a kind of a cool vibe. This place only sells food and beverages that use cocoa leaves in it. There's also a cocoa museum that is kind of linked to it that kind of explains everything about the cocaine drug trade, how cocoa leaves are dried, how they're utilized, how they're farmed and cultivated, and kind of the history behind the cocoa leaf here in Bolivia. So I have a cocoa extract in my cappuccino, and this is a cocoa tea that is cocoa leaves just kind of being infused in the hot water, and once they start to fall into the water, that means it's ready to be served. Right across from the Wich's Market is Linera Street, which is also the Umbrella Street, so we're gonna cruise down there. It's another like pretty vibrant street, lots of colors, lots of shops and restaurants and cafes. The fact that La Paz is built on a hill makes you really feel the shortness of breath, especially because all the streets kind of go up. So when you start climbing up these streets, you really feel it. Just made it to Plaza Murillo after a big kind of hike up, so it's like you really feel your heart rate, and it's like just labored breathing. But this place is a popular spot because of the presidential palace and the La Paz Cathedral, which is just over here. And a busy spot for people just to come and hang out. There's a lot of like ladies selling drinks and snacks and things like that. Also a very popular spot to come and feed the pigeons, as you can see. A random thing about here in La Paz is that it's a popular spot for pickpocketers, and apparently their tactic is they come up to you and blow baby powder or some type of dust into your face to distract you, and then try to grab whatever it is that you have out, like your cell phone or your wallet. We don't have anything on us though. Hola. Just the red one? Just one? All over the place in Bolivia, they seem to sell this It's a lemon cream on top of Jello. It was only 5 Bolivieros, so like about $1 Canadian. It's almost like a lemon meringue on top, and everyone's eating them. It's all over the place, and they're good. I thought these ladies were selling snacks, but it's actually birdseed that everyone's buying to feed all these pigeons. One of the reasons why it's so hard to find high-grade coffee in Bolivia is because in the 2000s, coffee prices plummeted and it was more profitable for farmers to sell cocoa leaves for the cocaine trade. So they stopped making coffee and switched to cocoa plants. The other reason is that the high-grade coffee that is made here is sought after by international roasters, so it's all exported out of the country. We have a great hotel room here, steps from the Wich's market, breakfast is included in the morning. Great place to stay here. We're just making our way to the red cable car station because the red cable car is supposed to be the most scenic cable car you can take here in La Paz. Just gonna go find the ticket station and then grab a couple tickets. Gracias. I was able to grab a ticket. He gave me change. I gave him a 10. I think he gave me 4 Bolivieros back, so I think it's $3 a person. I'm hoping to get a cable car to ourselves, so we'll be able to tell you about the cable car system here in La Paz. I mentioned earlier that La Paz was built down low in the valley and then up the mountain, and it used to take an hour to get from the bottom up to the neighborhood on top called Alto. They put this cable car system in place in order to quicken up the commute, so now it takes about 15 minutes. There's actually 10 different lines and 32 kilometers of cable system that the lines run on. So we're just going over the cemetery right now. You can see like all the different spots where like bodies are stored, I guess you could say. We're just shooting through the glass here, so there's kind of a glare, but as you can see, we're coming up to the neighborhood called Chaluma. So this is like a pretty popular spot just based on because of how colorful it is. And one of the sights is to see it from the red line, which is the reason why this red line is so popular. As you can see, like this is a pretty colorful little neighborhood to live in if you were here. So where we get off is at El Alto, which is the highest point in the city. So we are high up. My watch says 3,645 meters in elevation. At 12,000 feet, there's 40% less oxygen molecules in the air, and that's where we are right now. Another amazing place about La Paz is like this mountain backdrop that you can take tours to go to, and you can see like the snow at the top and like almost like these big bowls or glaciers that are there, and it's unreal. So a couple celebrities at this station are these two, and they live in this shelter that's been set up for them to chill and hang out at. And you can give them money so they can get food and vet services. So there's a big market on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So it's not a Tuesday or Thursday, so we're not going to see it, but we're going to head back down. Jaen Street is another street that we wanted to see while we were here. And we just hiked through the city and through like an industrial zone where they're selling all this like work boots, helmets, all this gear for for the trades. But this place sounds pretty busy, so something must be going on. Oh, that's a different place there. So this street is a little bit different. Unfortunately, it's in the shade, but it's supposed to be a really pretty street full of colors. I don't know if we're too late getting here or if it's kind of more of a street that you just come to see like the colors, and it is a pretty cool little spot, but just shops and a cool walking street. Just trying to hike up to the Mirador Killi, which has a great view of the city, but it's like straight up. And I crushed a cocoa tea earlier, but it's not helping at all. Amazing views from up here. This is supposed to be one of the best sunset spots in the city. Unfortunately, we're a good hour and a half before the sun sets, so we're not going to stick around up here for an hour, and we're going to make our way back before it gets too dark, and then we'll start again up tomorrow. Initiative here in La Paz by the city was, in order to get people to follow the traffic lights, is to have dancing zebras stop cars in order to let people pass. Hola. Morning, today we're taking the blue line to the green line to Valle de la Luna. So after we got off at the end of the green line, we walked about 10 minutes to 8th Street and Calica. Here we're going to catch a minibus that goes towards Malissa. From 8th Street to the entrance was about 10 minutes, and it was 3 Bolivianos each. So in total it was 9 each to get all the way really far out of town. So it was a pretty good price and very easy to get out here. Hola. It was 20 each to get into the entrance here. It's a pretty easy little path to follow, and it's well marked with the actual railing. But there are a bunch of steps randomly. This is one of the biggest land formations formed by erosion from the wind and the rain, I believe. There's also 2 paths. One's 15 minutes and one's 45 minutes. We don't know which one we're on, but we'll figure it out. This place kind of reminds me of Cappadocia in Turkey with all the like the raised individual pillars that are created. There's a lot of mixed reviews about actually coming here, but it is kind of a pretty awesome natural phenomenon here, like another one here in Bolivia. And like when you get up on top of the walkway, it is a lot more interesting. And we found the split. So if you go left here, this is the 45-minute route, which just kind of snakes kind of more within the valley, or you can take this 15-minute one, which seems to stay a little bit higher and creates kind of like a view from above. This guy's just belting out a big song with his ukulele. I thought about bringing mine, but I forgot. This is like a random little form of entertainment here. What's your name?
Valerio.
Valerio? Ryan, up here? Ryan. So this is the guy that was belting out his song on the ukulele. He came and met us. He sells flutes. He thought they would be great to bring back to Canada. It's very good. Oh, it's for the condor. Did they come flying in, or? Well, we have 9. Gracias.
Yeah.
Any, what colors do we have here? This guy's put on quite a show for us here, and like there's not very many people here, so we had our own, we were his solo audience, so this was pretty awesome. So I bought a keychain off him for $9.20 because that was all the change I had. No, not bad, eh?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, adios.
Ciao. We're just gonna finish the loop, but we kind of got held up by the flute player there, and just came across a little bridge. It's very good. We're just on the way to Mercado Rodriguez. I came across this section where it's just ladies selling tons of bread. It smells delicious. I got the impression that the market was inside, but outside, as we get approached, kind of get closer to it, it is very busy, very authentic. All the ladies in the traditional dress selling pretty much everything you can think of. And this is definitely more of a local setting here. This is a very, very authentic experience, and like it seems to be sectioned off. We're outside, so I don't know if there's an actual inside or not, but there's signs up there that have different doors saying what part or what is being sold in that section. So they're selling literally everything, tons of vegetables. It's like a very colorful spot. And there's all these guys carrying, I don't know what this guy has. It looks like limes, but it's definitely not limes. We're gonna end the video here. Thanks for watching. See you next week in Bogota.